My name's Sean Dunphy, and this is the breakdown of the movie Good Will Hunting. The movie Good Will Hunting is a movie about a smart, troubled man named Will from South Boston. He lives in a bad neighborhood and he consistently bounces between jobs. He has 3 friends named Chucky, Morgan, and Billy that he basically does everything with. At one point of his job, a janitor at MIT, we discover that Will has a very special gift. He has the innate ability to solve complex math equations, and that's not all. He is beyond proficient in every subject. At one point in the movie, he mocks a man from Harvard reciting lines from a textbook. This is because Will knew the exact book and page number that the lines came from, and he made fun of the guy just because he could. We see throughout the movie that Will has a troubled past and doesn't like to let new people into his life, and let alone trust them. Will meets a psychologist named Sean, and this is where things get interesting. Sean also grew up in South Boston, so he knows what Will is like, and he knows how to get to Will. It takes many sessions to finally have Will just to talk to Sean, let alone open up to him about his feelings. But during one session, when Sean brought up Will's past and how he was abused as a child in the foster care system, it all starts to make sense. We finally realize that the woman he's been seeing throughout the movie, Skylar, was something special, and he couldn't let her in because he was afraid that he would screw it up. The movie ends with Will driving across country in hopes to find Skylar and rekindle their love for each other. The 3 psychological takeaways that I have from this movie is nature versus nurture, child development, and attachment. To start off, we'll talk about the nature versus nurture. Right off the bat, we can see that Will leans more towards the nurture side. He lives alone in a not-so-good part of Boston and refuses to leave. He is content with the way his life is right now. He isn't using his innate knowledge because where he is in his life at the moment is where he is most comfortable. He doesn't want to branch out because he's scared of what his life has to offer him. This is all because of how he was brought up as a kid and how his early stages of life were. The next is child development. Like I said before, we learned that Will was brought up in the foster care system and he went through many homes. This caused Will not to become attached to anyone and let anyone know his true feelings. This is more of the cognitive side. When it comes to his personality, it shows that he is a troublemaker. Not having that stability of a mother or father really hurt him in the sense of having minimal repercussions to his actions. This is more of the personality side. Finally, we have attachment. From such a young age, he almost had to grow up on his own. This basically made him a man at such a young age. He never cared for the people around him. He just focused on himself and made sure that he was always okay. This is more towards the avoidance side of attachment. He wouldn't care for anybody else but himself, and this made it hard to let anybody into his life. All in all, this is a terrific movie, and I highly recommend it to anyone, not only for psychology purposes, but also for enjoyment. Thank you.